Hi guys. So before we kick this video off, I just want to say and apologize for the slideshow coming up. Um, Recently, my phone has been acting up quite a bit, and as you know, I use my Sony Xperia Z3 mostly to capture footage and take pictures of my keycaps and stuff. And lately, it was a phone made in 2013, so it's getting up there now, and I don't know why, but it's starting to really overheat. And once in a while, the phone will just completely break up, and all my shit will get corrupted half the time. So I'm kind of trying to stay away from using this camera on my phone until I can get a better one. So I'm just apologizing in advance for the slideshow. I'm still going to try my hardest to get actual full motion video and stuff, but yeah, this one's going to have a bit more pictures in it than actual video. So I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you.
Привет! Добро пожаловать на мой обзор клавиатуры. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Russian-Cyrillic keycap set from enjoyPBT. I picked this set up from AliExpress for roughly 100 Canadian dollars, but I had my money refunded after the 60-day guarantee of them not showing up within the 2 months of me ordering them. It's a real shame that honest businesses like KBD Fans and other keyboard companies are put on crutches once in a while due to an issue with logistics, which is both out of my hands and theirs. If you want to pick up a set of these, the link is in the description. Regardless, I'm going to do a full review of these with my utmost attempt to be transparent like normal. Firstly, holy shit. I love how this is packaged. Ignore all the bends and crumples in the box. Is just completely jet black. It's nice and stealth, except for the enjoyPBT logo. It really stands out. It pops. As you can see here, I've picked the secondary colors on my board to be red. It goes really well with the Cyrillic characters, although I can't speak Russian, as you can tell from my terrible intro. But I like feeling immersed in the Stalker series or other games taking place in Russia or Ukraine or anywhere else that speaks with Cyrillics. So I went for these. The other colorways available for this particular set are orange, black, green, and blue. It's good to mention that the green option has the primary characters as a seafoam green color and the secondary characters of a brighter color. So it adds a very good, very bright, fruity colorway. If you like bright things, I would go for that one. There's also alternative secondary characters as well. If you frequent Massdrop, you'll notice that the Japanese and Korean secondary characters are sold here too. I'm not going to be doing a review of these though, because I obviously don't own them. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of this review. How are they? What do they feel like? Are they worth the money? Hopefully, I'll answer some of those questions and not get distracted trying to create some interesting visuals for you all. As you can tell, this isn't your typical OEM profile key set. This is Cherry Profile. What's the difference, you may ask? Well, the Cherry Profile is a little shorter, with height differences between each row of the keys, and, get this, the edges are squared off, instead of being rounded like many OEM caps. I love how the spaces between the caps look. It's like all the valuable real estate on this board is being used up with that extra edge on each piece. They also sound damn good, too. Long gone is the hollow, dead, high-pitched clacking of the OEM caps, and here to stay is the thick, meaty, resonant pleasure for your audible ears of Hardy PBT, along with the perks of higher quality plastics as well, including, but not limited to, being resistant to yellowing and generally a nicer typing experience, offering a little more resistance to finger grease and shine, and overall being more durable. There is a very faint texture to these, unlike my previous SA set of keycaps, and it's a nice change of pace. After typing on something so smooth and tall all day, you start to feel like your hands are constantly greasy just because there's such a lack of feeling to the keys. And even though they're not greasy, typing on an SA set of keycaps made me reach for a disinfectant wipe often more times than I care to admit. A little tidbit of information I couldn't find on the spot before but thought was noteworthy for this review. These keys wobble a lot less than traditional OEM or SA keycaps. Might be because they're new or that this is in a lower profile, but the wobble factor of these are maybe a 3 out of 10. Compared to SA or even Alps for that matter, Alps will and still always be the wobbliest damn things I've ever tried. Typical of any aftermarket keycaps, you will find the occasional keycap with your bit of plastic sprue on them from the injection, or the molding, or whatever is used to shape said plastic. You'll also find that a few of the caps will just be a teensy bit twisted. I haven't found many, but I've found the one key on my board has been the 6 key with the caret symbol at the top. It's just twisted enough to the point that you won't see it until you start really nitpicking for minor imperfections. I can also see these things shining in the future, but that's with all plastic. I mean, if you spend 6 hours a day at your computer, these things are going to start shining no matter what. On to how they look from a readability standpoint. They're black and red. Characters all seem to be kind of fuzzy or unclear. They're not bad by any means, they're just mediocre. It seems like they managed to emulate the look of laser etching with a superior way of making keycaps and then spicing it up with some really radical red-looking Slavic text. They're still easy to read, but on a few caps, the little holes in the A's and lowercase e's look almost completely non-existent. Okay, now, if you guys go back a few minutes, when I was talking about why I wanted to purchase these, and then I was talking about Stalker, and I wanted to become immersed in it even more, up to the point of having a Slavic keyboard, that was only one of the reasons. The number one reason why I ordered these is because I had a very hard time finding some non-standard layout keycaps that I liked. With this set, you receive multiple variants of certain keys for a funkier layout, like the one featured on my Cooler Master Quickfire TK. You receive 4 control keys, 4 alt keys, 3 Windows keys, 2 left shift keys, 2 caps lock keys, and 3 space bars without any additional charge. That's all standard. Mastrop, learn from this. Your trend of selling keycaps in multiple sets has been irritating. Ironically enough, I still don't have the proper size spacebar for this damn thing. So if anyone knows of a company that sells a 6.5 unit cherry profile spacebar in off-white, please tell me so I can pick one up and finally complete this set. If you are wondering what the differences are between them all, the 2 control keys are 1.5 units long, whilst the other 2 control keys are 1.25. This is the same for the alt keys. You can get a shorter left shift as well as a longer one for standard layouts, stepped version of the caps lock key to fit any odder shaped layouts, which I desperately wish would fit on my board. Stepped keys are awesome. The 2 Windows keys I told you about, well, the 2 of them are 1.25 units long, so you only have a single 1 unit long one, which kind of irks me, because I have to use the included 1 unit long menu key as the other Windows key. It's fine, it still works, I guess. You know what, I forgot to mention. This is a full set. None of that TKL or 60% shit. You get everything you need to outfit a full keyboard with this order. So that might be a big selling point for some of you with the full boards out there. Overall, would I recommend this? You know, it's a kind of niche set of keycaps. Not a lot of people are into the Cyrillic aesthetic. Yeah, so overall, yeah, it's a nice thing. It's really nice. It doesn't, it does good. If you want a nice, clean, flexible kit of Russian-Cyrillic keycaps that fit on nearly anything with decent durability you can think of, with the exception of a stupidly sized spacebar or a 75% board, I don't see why not. You know, I'd also like to mention that although I didn't find an ISO layout set of these, I'm sure they're around somewhere if you look hard enough. But if you do buy them, for the love of all things clicky, just Jesus Christ, go out and buy the better non-standard paid shipping with a tracker. Because honestly, that was the downfall of this entire thing. The only main issue I have with this set is that it didn't get here on time. You know, I mean, I'm starting school now, so I don't have as much time to do this stuff. So I wish that it would have gotten here earlier, so I could get a better fleshed out review pushed out before, I'm busy all damn day. So, yeah, to finish it off, let's do a little bit of typing on 10 fast fingers and see how they sound. You know, excuse my chewed up fingers, but I'm stressed out lately and my fidget spinner wasn't helping. Don't forget to tell me how much I sucked in the comments, or if you have any more questions, feel free to ask. You know, I'll usually reply to anything and all comments, as I'm a no-life loser who has nothing better to do. Anyway, thanks for checking out my new review. Everyone, you guys have a nice day. Bye.